Erin Brockovich is best known as the activist who helped get justice for consumers in Hinckley, California, where the water was polluted by a large corporation. Her efforts were immortalized by Julia Roberts in the Oscar-winning movie Erin Brockovich, and now Erin is teamed up with Brita to bring attention to another critical water problem. An EPA study shows that dangerous lead pipes are still used to provide water for 400,000 schools and daycares in the U.S. And Erin, it's a pleasure to have you with us here today. And I'll tell you, as I said before, I'm a very big fan of yours, especially because you're an advocate for these situations. And let's talk about how dangerous lead pipes are to school children and other people.
Well, good morning. It's good to be here. And yes, lead pipes are throughout this country and are dangerous, specifically to our younger children, and how it can impact those formative years and their behavior and neurologically. So it's super important. And I find it really frustrating. We just had this conversation, as you said. The EPA, what you're just now notifying everyone that there's potentially 400,000 daycares and schools that are still using lead pipes, and your children could be drinking lead in the water, is really inexcusable. And I think it is a moment we're going to have to wake up and realize that we're going to have to start understanding our water quality, asking questions, and as parents getting involved to ensure the safety of our children in schools, especially with lead in the water. I'm really happy to be a part of the Brita Water Solutions on how we're going to deal with this issue until we have our infrastructure and all these lead pipes replaced, which won't happen tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll say that, more parents are needing daycares because they're trying to get back to work and do things. So with them finding out about this, how can we help, of course, with this battle?
Well, we can make a huge difference and spread the word. Parents can begin in daycares. Go to brita.com/daycare. It's informative. It will give you information. It will help you understand your water quality. The Brita company will be sending filtration to the daycare for lead in the water. And look, I wrote a book called Superman's Not Coming, and Superman's not coming. But I'm not too afraid of that, and I don't want anyone else to be, because we're here. We can ask the questions. We can rise up. We can demand action. We can be informed. And when we are, we can arm ourselves with the information and a solution to better protect our children and keep them safe from lead in our water supply.
I'll tell you, this is very important, and I love what Brita's doing. And one thing we talk about, and that is, of course, during crisis, a lot of people turn to bottled water, which isn't the best thing to do, right?
No, we have to, let's have that conversation. Bottled water has its place. And when we've had emergency situations, and we have, where you can't use municipality water at all, and after hurricanes or massive earthquakes, people are going to need bottled water. It has its place. But to solely rely on that when we have an amazing aquifer and municipal system throughout this country that we need to ensure that we can trust and that it's reliable. So it's a solution there in an emergency, but it shouldn't be the ultimate answer. And we have such issues with plastics in the bottles in the water and what it's done to the ocean. And we're all aware of that, into the ecosystem. When in fact, we have a water supply and we have an infrastructure in the United States of America, and we need to get busy cleaning up our mess. And we should be able to trust and use our water and not look to bottled water as that solution. The solution is to take action, filtration, and protect ourselves and our health and our welfare until we have an infrastructure that's been changed.
Wow. Erin, I could just listen to you all day because you are so right on so many things. What's next for Erin?
Well, as I said earlier today, I'm not going to be retiring anytime soon. The fight will continue. The advocacy will continue. We have lead and other chemical issues throughout this country. I just find it's deeply disturbing. I began my work back in 1991 in that small town, and I don't know that we've gotten any better. And the fact that we're just now being informed of the seriousness of the issue, specifically with the chemical lead, I find really infuriating. So I'm not going to retire anytime soon. And we've got plenty of other water issues, specifically one, PFOA, which you would know as Teflon, PFOS, which you would know as Scotch Guard, is going to be an extraordinarily, if not the largest emerging contaminant that we've seen in quite some time. So it will continue to be water issues. And currently, lead is on the top of that list. We have a problem. We need to start taking action.
I love it. And where can we learn about more of this campaign that you are behind and getting us involved?
So the campaign is Brita Water Solutions. It is about lead in daycares, and you can go to brita.com/daycare.
Perfect. Erin, thanks for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure talking with you.